Tia?
I don't know anything about the Cold War.
Guys, I found this awesome video.
How did you get in my house?
Doesn't matter, this video is awesome.
Whoa.
Oh my Lanta!
Two powers fought the war. Those were the U.S. and the USSR. Communism is what the Soviets spread, and the U.S. thought that they were sick in the head. It gave money to the poor and it took from the good, like something out of Robin Hood. It's not what the Americans thought, and so it was the Cold War that we fought. It wasn't hot, cause we didn't shoot. We never wore helmets and we never wore boots. What?
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
There's Truman doctrine from 1947. Greece and Turkey must have thought the U.S. was from heaven, cause the U.S. gave them $400 million in aid. They were really happy cause they were getting paid. Containment was the main goal. It was hard for the communists to contain a soul. It was a Marshall Plan from 1948. George Marshall was the Secretary of State. It's the U.S. that supplied aid to all, like the Europeans that need it. Can't possibly fall. What?
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
North Korea started the war. They wanted communism, they wanted it galore. Truman thought that it was just the beginning, but it ended in a truce, no country winning. 15 feet and topped with barbed wire, people tried to escape, the war was on fire. East Berlin was cut off from West. For some, communism wasn't the best. We were in a race to space. Russia could send missiles to our place. They beat us with Sputnik, the satellite. Some Americans became really uptight. What?
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
Now, when we hit the 60s, war started getting lame. Pro-peace demonstrations were a popular name. Hippies and radicals all marched together to end the stupid war and bring peace forever. One very famous rally took place at Kent State. Hundreds marched together for a peaceful fate. But some fool decided to call the National Guard, and before you knew it, 4 dead and 9 scarred.
Ow!
Many were moved by this massacre run, but few more than Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. They wrote a catchy tune called Ohio, made the people think of what was happening, yo. But America was not the only place of trouble. Let's talk about Saigon on the double. This nation fell to the communist north, but America was far too tired to come forth.
The Cold War!
The Cold War.
The Cold War!
The Cold